Hey, what's going on, everybody? King Nav here, Honored One, and Shinobi doing another Yap session. Today, we have a plan, so that's exciting. First and foremost, happy National Anime Day. Big ups, big ups. Thank you, Crunchyroll, for informing us. But we're gonna start it off with a quick convo on what's better, sub or dub. I have a preference. I mean, my pick personally is always sub whenever I'm watching anything. A good mention for dub is Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, the dub of Ghost Stories is hilarious. Just make sure your parents aren't in the room because they just be yelling at each other.
Where you said you like dub more?
Sub,
Sub.
but for
Gotcha.
Ghost Stories, I really like the dub.
Yeah. I I think I honestly feel like the right answer. I'm not one of those guys who I don't care whichever you watch. Just watch anime. I'm not passionate either way, but I will say this: 90% of the time, sub is better. But I'm also a man who does a lot of things, who has to watch anime when he works out, when
That's
he's
fair.
watching his son, everything like that. So I need it not in the background. I have my enemies that I pay attention to, and I will watch those in sub. I've watched all I've watched in One Piece in sub. I've watched all what I've watched in Bleach sub. I've watched Hunter x Hunter sub, Code Geass sub, and I've watched all of them in both as well, but except for One Piece. But I think I don't get mad if you're watching dub, but I just generally do think sub it's made to fit sub to fit the Japanese um,
The translation's
language
more
exactly.
accurate
So
with sub.
um, One Piece it has to be sub though. I don't get when I hear them laugh, it just doesn't flow with the with like
Making sure.
my favorite example is Caesar. I remember I
Mm.
watched it like or I was watching it and I don't know like how to say in Japanese, but it's like and his laugh,
Yeah.
and you listen to that in dub, it's like I'm gonna drug these kids, ha ha ha. That's literally what he was doing. Yes, so I'm like it just everything just flows a little better. Um, but yeah, that's my take on it. So
Absolutely. I'm a sub 100%. Like, I would die on this hill. I do have some honorable mentions. When it comes to honorable mentions, it's not particularly serious, but the voice actors and English behind them. The voice actor behind Goku does an amazing job. That was my intro to anime, and it'll always stay in my heart as some of the best voice acting I've gotten to know. In addition to Naruto, I have to highlight the voice actor who does Uchiha Madara, that literally gave one of the best speeches, of villain speeches of all
Facts.
time, and such a well-rounded character, well built, everything. And then also to highlight Captain Erwin from AOT when he was sending his soldiers to death. That speech in English hits just as much as it did in Japan. I mean Japanese. And watching that arc, I felt like a brand newborn baby. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not gonna make it past this stage.
Yeah.
That has to be one of my favorite arcs of all time. Delivered the speech and like,
Yeah.
yes, riding a horse to death. You got me. I was ready to die that day.
I was
I,
there.
I felt like I was there.
Freak killed me.
So it's
Uh,
definitely
yeah,
moments and certain characters that I feel like dub
yeah.
goes amazing with, but 99% of the time, gotta be subbed.
I do think nowadays dub is getting better because they are getting more skilled
Uh-huh.
voice actors to do it. Um, and I think that's a big part of it. Where sometimes you'd watch a lot of, in my opinion, older animes. The dub is just sometimes it's tragic.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think it's especially now a lot of animes can drop them at the same time. It's like they're getting skilled actors to voice actors to do dub.
Something I wanted to bring up was like, for example, the voice actors for Zoro. I'll hear him in like My Hero Academia and like other
Yeah,
animes. I'm like, no, that's
Chris
Zoro.
Sabat.
That's Zoro. Like through and through. Like for some of the voice actors, I'm just like, you can't play another
Yeah.
character. Like you are who you are.
I don't know. Chris Sabat, I believe that's his name. Is he plays Vegeta,
That's what I'm
Yami,
saying. Yeah, yeah,
Bulma,
yeah.
and I think although I correlate they yes they all kind of sound the same. I think it's cool that you can pick it out from both of them. I mean he crushes it too.
He
So
does.
he plays goaded characters. So um, yeah, I think it's up to the viewer. I know Benny's a little more passionate on it. If you watch dub, I'm gonna smack you.
Don't do it to me.
Um, I think I don't know. I think watch anime. it's how I feel about anime becoming quote unquote mainstream. Is if you're watching
Mm.
it and you the more mainstream it is, the easier it is for me to buy some more anime gear. So
Right.
Yeah,
I look at it as that is
it's a plus.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
Even a side note, like I do like foreign TV, like novellas,
Mm.
anything that's in a foreign language with English subtitles if I need it.
mm,
I watch a German show. Same thing.
yeah.
Gotta be subbed. It's like
Yeah.
it's one thing to like understand the dialect of the culture and understanding that. This is the same way I learned that through anime. I learned that Japan, they don't have a word for hamburger. You ever noticed it in the shows? They say hamburger. They don't have a word. It's like not in their culture. Like a
Yeah.
hamburger is a very Western thing.
That's
And
hilarious.
I pieced this all together from sub versus dub, and I'm just like, damn, like this is how I pitched it to my parents. I'm like, I'm watching cartoons, but I'm learning something.
Facts.
you know, they're like, yo, why you doing still watching cartoons? I'm like, I'm actually learning.
Yeah, you are learning.
From like the language to like the life lessons that
Life
anime
lessons.
gets you on, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
100%. I will say this: is there any animes that you think is better dubbed than it is sub? I know you have no clue.
Yeah.
Besides those moments you,
Yeah.
all those moments you listen are probably the only dub things you ever watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit this one out.
But it, P, what about you?
So for me, a lot of them is like the sounds that get made in every anime is just always like when I'm watching it in my room and like my parents are walking by, they're just like, "Who's this girl moaning?" And it's just like, "No, I swear she just got punched. Like it's all straight
Yeah.
hands." But to pick,
They're
I,
all
I
in the
preference
French.
sub, and I like everything watching in sub. But when I'm working out, like you said, and I'm getting like in that flow state, and I just need that dub, I like Naruto in dub.
Mm,
Even though he sounds more like, I mean, Shippuden. I'll say Shippuden because grown Naruto just talks, acts proper in my opinion. Like
Yes.
it's better, but like the young Naruto is just high pitched. I mean, it fit the character, but to be able to watch Naruto, rewatch it at this point, but in dub, that's kind of my
hmm,
preference.
interesting. I will say this: Naruto is the only one of the big three I haven't watched in sub. Yeah, I'm gonna make Benny cry today. Is I've only watched it dub. I've seen clips and watched like maybe episode here and there in sub, but yeah, Bleach I've watched. Bleach is on the same tier as One Piece. Is I think the voice actors in Bleach do really good dub. I need to watch it sub. Oh, it bun guy,
Oh,
it hits, man.
Bankai.
It hits. But I will say yes, it is my favorite, but one that maybe isn't better, but does it same tier. Code Geass.
Yes.
cr- Watch it sub, watch it dub. It's perfect. So I think both the English and Japanese voice actors do a fantastic job. On that note, it is again National Anime Day, so I would love to if we ripped off all of our favorite anime and then hit everyone with a recommendation of what they should watch. Yes.
I'll go first. I think my top three, and honestly, like conversing with you guys more and more, I realized like to make a top three, like that's something I never did, but I got to put Code Geass at one. I would honestly, second hand for me would be it's tough. I want to put My Hero at three, and then for two, I would keep Naruto up there. Like Code Geass,
Man, One
Naruto.
Piece is in there.
One Piece, the
That's
fact that it keeps
so
dragging on, and I know like it's a great it's top five for me. Like it'd be four and five there, but just the fact that it's not completed yet. I swear to God, if the final thing is friendship, I'm gonna punch a hole in
it's
my
not.
computer.
It's not.
But it's a top five for me. I like completed stories to be able to say like that's up there,
Wow, that's great. Genuinely surprised by that. I respect it.
especially on how much I just
Yeah,
praise
yeah,
One Piece.
that's your thing. But for me, my number three is what got me into this beautiful world, and that's Dragon Ball.
Mm,
Specifically Dragon Ball Z, but I'm gonna count Dragon Ball as a whole.
universe,
Is yeah. As you see, I wear my orange gi during training, and yeah, I can't say enough about how much I love Dragon Ball, what I owe to it. Um, Number two, I think is one of the best stories told, and just a fantastic journey. Has very in-depth writing, and that's Hunter x Hunter. Lovable characters, great arcs. It has two of the best arcs of all time, and it is the best manga I've ever read.
Mm.
So, and yes, I'm going to include anime slash manga in this. Number one, same as King Nav, it's Code Geass. Code Geass is the best thing I've ever watched.
Chef's
Anything,
kiss.
dude. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I just keep watching it. I have to keep watching clips of it. I have to read it. I have to, yeah. It's just so good. Lush, that's my guy. C2, y'all know how I feel about C2. Love her. She might be my favorite character of all time. I just love her. But
Hell yeah. Good list, boys. Good list. For my third on my list, it is definitely going to be Naruto, Eclipse into with Shippuden, and a touch of Boruto because it's one of those shows where I feel like it's told in three pieces.
Mm.
And if you are a true Naruto fan, you understand what I'm saying with this. Naruto's a kid, Shippuden's the middle piece, and then Boruto's like the third tier to kind of close Naruto's story in a way through his son. I'm just loyal to the show. I know people have their ups and downs to it, but that's my third. For number two, I have to say definitely My Hero because I really like how they balance a large cast, and then they have to also do a lot of written pieces that does blending the world into that too. Because I'm a big fan of how accurately you can kind of like tie pieces together when it comes to like real world stuff. You know, Solo
yeah.
Leveling has like a great way of putting pocket dimensions into it, and they go into it.
Yeah.
But My Hero Academia does a good job of like heroes don't make a lot of money. They have a lot of
Mm.
society pressure, political pressure. All Might was down bad. He had to call America to come bail out Japan. Making it real, making it relatable, seeing your heroes on this journey makes it that much more amazing to watch. And it's good character development as well. Number one has to be, my AOT. And I think because I haven't seen
Valid.
Code Geass yet, I probably haven't put it in my one. But AOT, phenomenal 10 out of a 10 story because it wraps up the story in a great way. Because you could tell a good story, but to me, you have to stick the landing. You gotta make the ending make sense
Mm-hmm.
and make it, make everything be paid off. Like there was no loose ends other than like, okay, what can the story go from here?
Mm-hmm.
The best part to me, and Cole and I can agree on this, is that small little clips during the roll credits where you could see how much years passed by after the finale. After seeing your character stories wrap up and seeing how much further the history goes just for history to repeat itself
Mhm.
was some of the
Oh,
best
it's
thing I've ever
beautiful.
seen. A great medium.
That
Beautiful.
shit made me cry, bro.
Yeah,
For
every
Right?
real.
time, man. Every time.
Huge.
Every time I rewatch it, I'm tearing up. Yeah, I would say, yeah, Attack on Titan is some of the best. Attack on Titan, hate is the most forced thing ever.
Literally.
It's if you don't like the story, and I'm not trying to be one dimensional here, is you just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Rewatch it. If you don't like it, rewatch it. All
It's
right.
too big brain for some
Yeah.
people. Like they just want to sit there and like brain rot.
If you think it's just about monsters eating people, then you got the wrong show.
Yeah.
But yeah, and let's end it with everyone just hitting up. What should everyone watching give a watch?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this, and it's gonna be Your Name. It's a movie, one of the best movies, and I think I've rewatched it like 17 times, and it's still just wonderful. Like the message, the artwork, the animation, chef's kiss from me for that one.
For me, I've recommended it before, but I do think everyone should watch it, especially for you guys being so high on My Hero. You'll really appreciate this. 13 episode anime, Charlotte. It's about people have powers, but they're all just like very pointless and useless. And my only down thing of it is it should be 24 episodes. I think it should be a little longer because if the ending was drawn out a little more, I think it would have hit that much harder. But it's a fantastic anime.
Okay. For my recommendation today would have to be a good 2-season anime called To Your Eternity. It plays on immortality and the effects of long-term life and understanding humanity through the lens of something that's beautifully crafted. It's awesome to see the growth of your characters, and it has a lot of morality to it. So it's just like you can connect, relate to the characters, and it's just told in a great timepiece. It's told before technology would really take over and what your main character would do and all the environments it's placed in. I recommend it.
Beautiful.
Well, guys, that was the quick yap session for you guys. Again, happy National Anime Day. Thank God that they're finally putting it on. You know, like anime is so great that I'm surprised that it took so long for it to get mainstream. But again, it's your boy King Nav, the Honored One, and Shinobi. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Everyone, drop your favorite animes down below. I want to hear every single one.
Facts, and what we should be watching too, especially you just heard our top three. Let us know if you agree with it or if there's any changes you would make. Love to hear your opinion.
Us.
Peace.